Hello, my name is Leo, and welcome to a new day of the Elder Scrolls Arena. We are now fast traveling to Sea Place. We should arrive there on Monday, I believe. Which will make Sunday a good old shut up and play. So I should probably talk about that. Hey, yeah, I should probably talk about that. So, alright, so tomorrow, well, I'm not going to tell you what it is, though. I'm not going to tell you what video it's going to be, but, as I did say yesterday, there will be a new requested game, that was requested on the discussion page of my channel, released tomorrow, in lieu of an arena episode. So go check that out. Enjoy. Hopefully you enjoy that fun stuff. Now, next week, shit, I haven't even thought about it. Yeah, whoops. So I don't I haven't even thought about what video series I'm gonna release for next week. Ooh, okay. Well, next week, it's just gonna be a Leo plays something, not a request. All the Gran Turismos are gone. Now I'm regretting doing Gran Turismos last week. I should have done it this week. I mean next week. I'm an idiot, or whatever. Oh, what's done is done. Now, what should I do? You know what? Next week, we're gonna have some good old Necromancer, yeah. So I'm almost done with the DLC. Well, the first DLC in Borderlands 2. Just got a little bit left to do, and then that'll be that done, and then we can move on to the next DLC, which is Torque's Carnival of Carnage. I just remember the badass crater of badassitude. That's all I remember from when Evo and I went there that one time. Pretty much. Alright. Well, yeah. So that'll be coming up next week. So you can check that out. And like I said, tomorrow a requested video will be uploaded. So check that out as well. Now I did want to talk about the other day. I went to Osaka, and that was kind of fun. I might talk a bit more about it another day, but there's just a couple of things I just wanted to talk about. One thing that I got in Osaka is I finally got a stupid little plug converter thingy so that I can watch my laptop on my TV at last. So my laptop has VGA out, or in Japan they actually call it D-Sub 15. I'm not sure why they call it something different, but whatever. So they call it D-Sub 15. So my laptop's got that out, and it doesn't have HDMI out. I purposefully bought it with VGA because I've got like a little VR headset that uses VGA, and my TV had VGA in anyway, so it seemed why bother getting HDMI at all, you know? It's just, who cares? VGA is just as good. Now, I did that. Unfortunately, now my TV, like I said, like 5 seconds ago, my TV in Australia had VGA in. It had everything in, actually. That TV was the greatest friggin' amazing TV. It was a Toshiba Regezza. And it was an amazing TV. It's fantastic. Still have it, right? I still have it, yeah. It's just in another country. Now, when I came to Japan, I wanted to buy the exact same TV. So I purposefully went around looking at TVs, looking at the backs of them, and I found a Toshiba Regezza, 32-inch, 720p TV, which is exactly what I was like. Oh my god, this is the same TV. It's exactly the same TV. Get it, buy it, it's cheap, get it. And I got it, and then it didn't have friggin' VGA input. In fact, it's got hardly anything input. It didn't have okay, so my TV in Australia, it's got 2 HDMI ports. It's got 1 HD component cord. It's got shit. What does it have? I think it's got S video in. Not that that matters. It's got VGA in. It's got VGA out, which is interesting. No, it's not VGA out. It's something else. Never mind. That's actually for maintenance and stuff. Never mind. It's got another AV in. You know, so your red, yellow, white. I think that's about it. Yeah, it's got everything. You can do everything with it. This one has a D-sub something or other in, which is some weird proprietary plug that Japan uses. No HD component, which was annoying because the Hopag that I use to record videos is HD component. It's got 2 HDMIs, which is pretty obvious. No VGA, which is annoying because I use that for my PC. And only 1 AV, which is kind of annoying. But I guess I can get around that. You know, I've only got just the PlayStation 2 that needs that. So unfortunately what that means is I couldn't for a long time. Well, first thing, in order to get the whole PARG to connect to the TV, I had to get a converter, like a little plug, and that took a fucking bitch to find too, that converted the HD component video cables into a D-sub, and the D-sub goes into the D-sub plug, and that's the video, and then the red, white for the audio left, right, go into the red, right for the AV port, and magically it works. Although it's a pain in the ass. Would have been much nicer if it just had fucking HD component. But none of the TVs, nobody knew what HD component was in Japan. It's like something that just doesn't exist. Bullshit. Anyway. But yeah, I didn't have VGA in, so I couldn't, you know, watch my PC on the TV. You know, I can't, you know, I got, you know, movies on my computer, I can't watch them, I can't, you know, YouTube, I got around that because I started, you know, using the PlayStation YouTube instead, which is fine. And what else? You know, games, you know, just can't play games. You know, I gotta use the laptop, which I just haven't been playing PC games recently because it's just a pain in the butt to do it on the couch here. That being said though, I've been looking for like something that was like a VGA to HDMI converter, or even like just a USB, like a USB device that allowed my laptop to do HDMI out. And to find them in the city that I'm in, which is, to be fair, is a bit of a country town, is just impossible. Huge, big freaking electronic stores that just don't know what I'm talking about and have no idea. There was one store that had it and it was like $150. I'm like, fuck off. I did see one in a store in Australia, like when I was in Australia in December, and it was like $100. I'm like, at the time I'm like, you know what, I just sort of given up on using the PC on my TV, so I don't really care. But now that I really want to play well, I've been thinking about Morrowind, mainly. And also I want to play The Wolf Among Us on the PC. And playing it on the laptop screen sucks. So, I've been trying to, look for that thing again. And when I went to Osaka, I went to like the Osaka equivalent of Akihabara, which is, I think it's called Nihonbashi. I'll talk more about that later. And I did actually manage finally to secure one. I think I found 3 places that sold one. The first one, it was like $55. Second, it was like for like $57. And I'm like, dude, the other place is cheaper. He's like, no, tough. Oh, fuck off. And then I was about to give up. I checked a whole bunch of stores and they didn't know what I was talking about and they didn't have it. So I'm like, alright, I give up, let's go. We've got to go back. We've got to go back home. We've spent too much time in Osaka. So, alright, it's like the store that I first bought it was like the first store I checked. So on the way back to the car, we will we'll go to that store. And on the way, I'm like, you know what? Waifu, just wait here. She's drinking her iced coffee. I'm just gonna pop down here, just check these stores down here. And I went down there and I found a store, and they had the same. Well, it was a different product, but the same deal. VGA to HDMI, and it was like $30. I'm like, yeah, I'll take that. Sweet. So I got exactly what I want. Now I can finally watch my laptop on the TV again. Yay, thank God for that. It's a long time coming. Now, interesting note is that, what was my interesting note? I don't know. Oh yeah, so the best part about it being VGA to HDMI is that it is just, well, it is a converter, so it still does stuff. It needs to be plugged into the power, but it doesn't need to be plugged into the computer for USB power or anything else. The only thing that plugs into the computer is just the VGA cable itself, which is great. All it's doing then is taking the video signal from the laptop and fitting into the TV. This is good because it is now putting the least amount of strain on my CPU, which is very important because like playing certain newer games, the computer has a hard time doing that to begin with. Oh, that's the other game I wanted to use it for. Beat Hazard Ultra. Oh yeah. Playing that on the laptop's going to sucked. But yeah. What was I saying? What were you saying? I don't know. God damn it. You were talking about strain on the laptop. Yeah, right. So there are other things out there, and they were like USB things that made a HDMI port. Now that's obviously a thing that uses drivers and maybe a program that runs in the background in order to do that stuff, and that's using a processing power that I can't really afford to waste. So basically, I got exactly what I want at a dirt cheap price. I did look on like Amazon and that, and I found things that were like this, and they were like, $50, $60. I think I found one that's like $40, not including shipping. So I mean, I did have to drive all the way to Osaka to get it, but I was in there anyway, so that's fine. So yeah, so now I could finally watch things. I could play Arena on the TV if I really wanted to. Probably not going to, because it's not really worth the effort. I mean, I only really want to use it for games that I'm going to use like my 360 pad for. Like I don't think Morrowind you can use the 360 pad with it. You can. I mean, I could do it with Arena too. Use like joy to key to map like the mouse to the like right stick or something. And I know you can do that with Arena. I never really bothered because when you attack in Arena, you actually have to move the mouse, like swing the mouse to swing your sword. I don't think that's how it works in Arena though. Not in Arena, in Morrowind though. But I'm not sure about that. But we'll find out later. Anyway, I've talked enough about that. When we come back, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's going to be a shut up and play. Oh, sickness. Alright. So tomorrow's going to be a shut up and play. Monday, we're going to hopefully arrive in C Place. And it'll be Justice Day. So we'll be able to finally find out what Justice Day is all about. And then we'll fast travel back to somewhere. And I'll actually finally talk about my trip to Osaka. Because it's not going to happen anytime soon. Alright, but for now, my name is Leo, and I'll see you next time.